Eric Braün, BAM Gallery. So, hi everybody. I'm an artist, a multidisciplinary artist. I do painting, comics, etchings, music, sculptures. I like to explore a lot of different aspects and techniques and visions. I also take care of Usine Sans Issue, and I publish Sans Issue comics, among many other things that I like to do. So this show, it's about day and night, so it's kind of a fight between the obscure and the more bright. The obscure being more like the nighttime, so like the visions of the subconscious, the dreams, the dream worlds, like the fear of the dark, the night terror. And then in the daytime it's more clear, but it's still like a dream. It's a very dreamscapish kind of show, actually, because I like to explore different kind of morphing creatures and symbolic elements put together in a way to compose kind of compelling pictures that are subconscious. I don't do them in a way of thinking, oh, this means that, and this is what I'm trying to say. These visions come completely spontaneously. I have no idea why or where they came from, but I don't question them. I just try to make the most out of it, create a picture that's pleasing, try to make them believable with the use of light and putting volume in the figures, trying to make it look real. All this stuff that is completely unreal and fantasy, I'm trying to make it believable. So this is kind of the goal of this show. So the paintings themselves were done on a span of a few different years. So this is what I'm working towards now. This is the most recent part of what I did. So it's very surreal influenced. I like very much Dali, of course, Magritte, Max Ernst. I like expressionist art too, and some bad art like the Chapman brothers. And yeah, I like pop art as well. But here it's mostly very, I'm trying to do a timeless kind of feel in my painting. So it's surreal, but I don't want it to be like associated necessarily with this time in history. I want it to be more universal. So I'm using symbols that are kind of old, sometimes almost medieval. Like I have, I guess there's a little bit of Jerome Bosch influence in some of these paintings. There's an apocalyptical feel to it, and there's a lot of symbolic compositions which are reminiscent of these classical old painters. There's also a undercurrent of strange twist of humor under all this. It's not obvious, but yeah, if you look at the pictures, you might find yourself giggling or finding it kind of funny for some obscure reason, but that's completely right, because there's a lot of irony in what I do. I try to point at absurd things and make you laugh at them and question. So it's a little bit like our world, but in a more kind of entertaining way. And the style is very, it's close to realism. I'm trying to shape like the visions that come from my subconscious. So I'm trying to make them look as if it was a picture that was snapped while you were there in this strange place. So there's a use of shadows and light again, which is important to try to give tangible, like something you can feel, aspect to it. So it is all acrylic on canvas. I try to work pretty fast. I do a lot of dry brush and then I come back with the tiny little details. I like using like metallic paint too, to give the real metal feel to some elements, so it stands out with the reflection when you see it. So this is now, and then what's coming up, the next, I'm still working in that direction a lot, so I have a whole bunch more coming up. It's going to get more exploratory, more complex, more elements, and I'm going to play more with the color too. I like to play a lot with the color, the contrasts, and like the symbolic use of color as well. So this will be coming up soon. I have more shows that are scheduled. I have a solo show in 2015 at Fondateur, and of course I'm presenting my works every month at Usine Sans-Dessus. So all this is going to be forwarded to those events. So I'm also doing a movie which is kind of parallel to all this, because it's also using same kind of metaphors and surreal dreamscape aspect. But it's a silent movie in black and white. At the same time, it's also timeless. So I use elements that are not so sit in time. They can be associated to different periods of time. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed your virtual visit, and hope to see you again real soon.